Hello everyone, and welcome to my corner of the world and another artist trading card. So this time I've decided to do something like a mildly steampunky, and it was inspired by this paper that I purchased and downloaded one from Etsy, and I've just cut myself a piece off. And I've got my base, which is 3.5 by 2.5. And I've cut this one slightly smaller, just so I've got a little bit of a margin. And so I've cut it with my decal edging cutter. But you could always use a plain cutter and it'll be just as good. So I'm just going to do a little bit of, take the raw edges off my card and my paper. And the reason I decided to add a little bit of card to the back is that I've printed this, I think it's on about 120 GSM weight paper, and it's a weeny bit thin for what I want to what I want to do. So that's the main reason. If I printed it on thicker card, I probably would have used the whole piece without sort of putting any backing on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put some glasses on and then get some adhesive ready. Make sure it works. Yep, there we go. And I'm just using a spirit-based one here. But you can use any adhesive that works for you. If you want to use a tape runner, that will work as well. It's just I prefer to use a liquid glue because when it goes on my card, it means that I can sort of center it and by smooshing it around a little bit. So we're just going to make sure that that is firmly pressed like that. We've got a good good adherence, and I haven't got any leakage there, so I don't have to worry about that. And I'm going to use it this way because if you look real carefully, there's some technical drawing, and it says, I think it says 4 feet 7 3/8, whatever that might be. So obviously whatever it was big. And then I went and cut out some cogs out of some cardstock, and this one moved, but I'm thinking I could maybe do it like that, and that'd be none the worse. And I used these dies. Now I'm not endorsing these. I don't get paid for using these. These are just some dies I've got in my stash, and they're perfect for this job. I thought a bit of stamping, and I bought this again. I'm not endorsing it or anything. It's just something that I invested in, and I bought it for the congrats. But when I looked, it's got something here that says in time. So I thought that would be brilliant to go on my card. So it's time. So I've just got a tiny block here, and I'm going to use a nice dark ink. So I've got this one, and when I use a stamp for the first time, I always sort of test it out, because sometimes it's got a little bit of like manufacturing well, whatever it is they use to manufacture it, and it can sometimes affect the quality of the actual image. But this is looking fine, and just by using it a few times, it means that I can just take that off. So it's time, so that works well. And now it's just a case of adding these. And I am going to use this one really to just prove that it doesn't matter that the die moved off the paper when I ran it through my die cutting machine. You can still make use of the bits. I mean, after all, it's not its fault that it moved. That was my fault. So why? So if we pop that there, like that, there we go. So I'm just going to build up some of these cogs. Now on these paler ones, I could add some, maybe I could put some ink on the paler ones. Let's see what that looks like, just to give them a bit of definition. But it's no point putting them on the dark ones, because that's just gonna it's just a waste of effort. It's just not going to show. So, and I'm not putting an awful lot on, just enough. Yeah, just enough, not too much, but enough, as I don't want to overwhelm. But just, let's see. So now maybe I could put this big one over here. Well, maybe I keep the big ones, maybe do that. I'm just going to sort of layer them on, and like that. Yeah, okay, those two are stuck down, so we do this one. And because they're not big and heavy, I don't think I need to put adhesive on every single little tooth of my my cog, I think. But I just want the that sort of paper underneath. And I just go on Etsy and I just look to see what's out there, and they're all downloads, and you know, they're really reasonably priced. Oops, that's really stuck. And if you look carefully, some of them are on sale, and you can just print them. You can print them onto regular copy paper, or you could go and get something a little bit heavier to just, you know, give it a bit more substance. But I'm loving that option. Or you can buy scrapbook pads, you know, decorative, with decorative paper in, whether it's sort of single-sided or double-sided. Yeah, there's lots to choose from. Now, maybe I'm going a bit wild with this now, but I've got all these cogs and I don't want to waste them, so we're just going to go a bit loopy. And use them up. That's fun. Yes, I'm really quite liking this. So if we bring that down, I don't really want it to cover up my little stamp. And then I'm just going to cover this up because it will set on me in a heartbeat. And then I've got these, and of course you have to know how to take them out of the packet. So these are just like one-sided, so they've got nice flat sides, and I need to decide if I've got room for a big one or a little one. So that one looks quite good there, and that joins all my cogs together. I was watching a program the other day where there was a clockmaker, and he was repairing clocks, and it was absolutely fascinating to watch him do that. And the thing that made me really, really laugh is he wears 2 pairs of glasses and sometimes 3 to see what he's doing. Okay, so I think I'm going to go for that one. It's a slightly different colour, and it will show up a bit more. So I'm just going to get some of these sticky dots and I'll be able to pop it about there. So there we go. There's my Cog steampunk type artist trading card for this week. Just come in a bit of a close-up so you can see. There we go. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have, perhaps you go ahead, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'd certainly like to thank you very much for choosing to spend a little bit of time with me today, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.